Yeah. How y'all doing? We are back. We are back with another one. Today's topics we're gonna go over Draymond Green's apology for using his language, or did he actually apologize? And and we also gonna go over what everybody's been talking about, the main thing in the main media, one of the main things anyway. Lady goes off on her one of her baby daddies for not providing food for all her children, and we'll be back right after this. Bam. How's everybody doing out there today? We are back with another one. Get this thing rolling. Get this thing. Come on here. Come on. There we go. So anyway, we just gonna go over Draymond Green and his apology. And for the language he uses, or did he really apologize? That's what I want to know. So we're gonna go over it. I got a little clip. I mean, it's about 13 minutes long, so I really don't even want to play that much of it. But he really just rambles on a little bit. Let me see if I can find
What's
it.
up, everybody? It's
There we go.
Draymond Green. Make sure you subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel below so you don't miss any more of this great content going
Volume
forward.
YouTube channel.
What's
So
up,
here in the
everybody?
beginning-
Welcome back to the Drake.
So here in the beginning, you're gonna hear how he rambles on a little bit. Makes no sense to me. And then a lot of people did say, "Hey, Draymond Green apologized." My personal opinion, he really didn't apologize, and we're gonna get into why I believe that. And y'all just let me know what y'all think.
Draymond Green Show. This is not an episode. What this is a very impromptu episode. So I take that back. Yes, it's an episode, but it's not your typical once or twice a week that we
Fair
go.
use.
I know this is probably going to pop up on your notification
Speed
like
this up a little bit.
the Draymond Green Show just released a podcast, and you're probably going to look like, what is this? And then you'll probably look and see that it's 5 or 10.
So right there, I feel like he's rambling. Just trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do. Just trying to really get into this. Being an analyst or whatever the case may be. He's a rookie at this, just like I am. So, but it's all good. So I'm gonna skip along.
So
here a
15
little
minutes
bit.
long, and you're like, I really don't appreciate.
And how
so
you knew it was gonna
here's
be
what
15
this
minutes?
episode is about. This episode is about the episode that we released Sunday, which was right before the day before we recorded the episode with Old Man and the Three with JJ and Tommy. I released the episode that kind of set everything on fire. And I absolutely enjoyed doing the episode, and I thought it was an absolutely great hit. I thought I brought great content because for me, this is all about bringing great content to our audience, sharing whatever it is that you feel, getting things off your chest. And so I'm extremely excited to have this platform. And due to this platform, I'm able to give this.
See, I mean, as you listen to this, he's just rambling on. I mean, we're to a little bit over 2 minutes into the video. He's rambling on. It's 13 minutes long, a little over 13 minutes. And he already knows it's going to be 15 minutes, which is crazy to me. But anyway, we're going to get into why I believe it wasn't a real apology.
Impromptu message. And this platform does not happen without you, without our audience. So again, as always, I say thank you for tuning in. The other day when I was speaking, I used a word that carries a racial connotation. And when I use the word, I could have very well replaced the word with clown.
So right there, he says he used a word that was considered a racial connotation. He used the word coon, called another black guy coon. So we all know, let's see, it is a racial thing, so to speak, but it's more of a disrespectful thing when you're talking in the black community. Now, if a white person said it would be considered a racial thing then, just like black people, a lot of people use the N-word, but when you're using it to each other, obviously it's not considered racist. But if a white person or a person who isn't black, so to speak, uses that word, it's considered racist. So he insinuated that another black man, Perkins, if y'all don't know, Perkins was a coon. So yes, it does have racial it is racial, but when you're saying it amongst each other, so to speak, I don't think you can consider it racist because you aren't racist to your own race, so to speak.
Could have very well replaced the word with idiot, moron. I could have replaced the word with anything and continued in stride. And the word that I'm speaking of is I use the word coon. As you know, for me, I don't hide behind anything. I don't stand behind it. I stand.
So if you guys have been following Draymond Green, his biggest thing now is the new media. And he said you got to stand on that. I have no problem with that. The new media, this, that, and the other. That's what he's screaming. You've seen a lot of players, definitely in the NBA, have come out and been on shows as analysts, saying their part, and I think that's a great thing for the sport. But also it helps them obviously later on in their careers. But now that podcasting is big, there's so many players gonna have podcasts. There's so many players who already have podcasts. So they have more insight of the game than we do as we watch the game. So basically, I don't want to torture y'all with this, but
on what I mean and what I say. And so the reason being for this episode is for me to come and address that. And the reason I want to address it, like I said, as you know, the new media, we stand on what we say, we stand on what we believe. And so the reason I want to address that is because I think in understanding and growing in this lane, for me, I'm still a rookie in this lane. I don't take that for granted. I know that, I understand that. Or the list goes on and on. I think those relationships are important. And in growing in their space, I think it's important that you have.
So basically, he talks about how he got some tutelage from Joe Dumars, Stephen A. Smith, and some other guys in the media, who do this on a daily basis. This is their bread and butter. He got some advice from them when he said that, how he actually hurt the community. So I ain't gonna play no more. My take on that is he said that to Kendrick Perkins. He said that to another black man. So my personal opinion is he needs to apologize to him. He don't need to apologize to the community because he didn't say it to us. He didn't say it to me. He called me a coon. If he called me a coon, a different ballgame. If he said all you guys out there who want to be analysts are a coon, then that's a whole different ballgame. But the fact that he said it to Kendrick Perkins, that's the person he needs to be apologizing to. Right now, he just apologizing to the black community. And the thing that to me, that's like crazy is that the fact that everybody's congratulating him for being a stand-up guy and apologizing. I mean, I didn't, that old saying, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm not wearing that shoe. He don't need to apologize to me. That's the way I feel about it. You may think that he needs to apologize to you as a community. Is it something that can hurt the community, so to speak? Yes. Should he be saying that? No. Definitely about topics we're talking basketball at the end of the day. Why are you going to call somebody a coon? Now, there's a way where that can go and go down that alley, yes. But if you call somebody a coon, you calling that individual coon. I'm not going to wear that shirt. That shoe. I'm not going to wear those shoes because he's not talking to me. So that whole thing. And if you want to give an apology to the community and Kendrick Perkins, that's a whole different ballgame. But you just want to give an apology to us. Hell, honestly, I didn't even know he said it until I think I guess I did know. When Kendrick Perkins came back and said what he said, then that's when I understood what, I went and listened to Draymond and what Draymond actually said. And obviously, yes, he said it, but you don't owe me an apology. I can care less. I don't, I ain't gonna say I can care less. I don't think another black man should be saying that to another black man based on we're talking basketball. You know what I mean? We're talking basketball. So if if Kendrick Perkins has something to say about a player on the basketball court, it's fair game. All this mess where they say, oh, you didn't play the game, or oh, this, that, and the other, talking about the analysts and, the reporters. Greg Popovich, did he even play? I think he's the greatest coach of all time. I don't know. Bill Belichick, did he even play? Beyond high school. I'm not talking about to the high school level, but beyond high school, did these guys even play the game? Eric Spoelstra, one of the best coaches in the league, was going to be the video guy. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's like telling Gary Payton Gary Payton II, he can't play basketball because he was about to be the video guy, wanted to be, but he actually made the team. So all these narratives that people be throwing out, yes, there's some idiotic stuff. There's a guy, obviously Nick Wright, he be tearing up stuff. You know, they actually push narratives. My thing is, we all have our favorite players and stuff like that, but when you push false narratives, that's a whole different ball game. You push false narratives to get your type, obviously to get your show ratings and different things like that to put money in your pocket. I get it, but it's a whole nother ball game when you're just pushing narratives here and there. You know what I mean? You should be, as an analyst, you should be analyzing the game, analyzing what's going on. You know, the fact that Nick Wright said that, and Stephen A. basically said that the Warriors was dumb to get Andrew Wiggins. And I looked at Andrew Wiggins' draft. There was only about 3, maybe 4 solid players in that draft. So to say the only one is maybe Joel Embiid, but he had to sit out 2 years. And then you have Zach LaVine was in that draft. There was one more player I can't think of right now. But there was like really 4 key players in that draft. So to say he was a bust, that's crazy. Simply because there wasn't much talent in that draft. So he might be arguably the best player in that draft. Obviously, I mean, we'll say right now, Joel Embiid may be the best player in that draft. But at the time, and Joel Embiid had to sit out 2 years. Joel Embiid hasn't played a full season yet. So and then also they're acting like Andrew Wiggins just averaged 10 points a game. Andrew Wiggins was actually averaging 20 to 25 points a game at one point. So let's not act like this guy was a bust and was straight garbage, because that's not the truth. What the truth is that Andrew Wiggins was a solid player. Was he what you want your number 1 draft pick to be? No, he wasn't. But I think that was more on a demeanor, more than necessarily his skill set. Obviously, he went to the Warriors. They won the championship. He didn't have to wear all the weight on his shoulder. He could actually play some defense. But I believe that should have been able to happen when he was playing with Cat, because he's such a presence. Wiggins should have been able to take a little rest on the offense, get into somebody on the defensive end, different things like that. They had, they just messed up that team, because at one point they had Jimmy Buckets over there as well. So if you have Jimmy Buckets over there, Andrew Wiggins could have been a much better player there. But what I'm saying is, this man was nowhere close to a bust, because in his draft, there was only 4 solid players. Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, big boy, what's his name? Joel Embiid, and there was one more person that was in that draft that was real solid. And so all the garbage that they were saying about Andrew Wiggins is ridiculous, even though I just kind of switched to another topic over there. But anyway, at the end of the day, Draymond Green apologized here. I didn't need him to apologize to me. He needed to apologize to Kendrick Perkins at the end of the day. And he did not do that in that whole interview. And that interview is on, let me see, The Volume. That's where I found it at. So The Volume YouTube channel, I'm assuming that's his channel, Draymond Green's channel. But he should apologize to Perkins, because calling him a coon, that doesn't hurt me. And that's something a black person calling another black person. That's direct to him. That's not to us. That's not to nobody else but him. Now, if a white person would have said that to him, then I can more see uproar from the black community, I guess, for whatever, for saying that, for using that language. But when black people say the N-word, it's just like when he called him a coon. It's negative, obviously, but when black people say the N-word to each other, we're saying it to each other. So why is he apologizing to the group of people, though? That's what I don't get. He should apologize to that man. So that being said, we're gonna move right on. We're gonna move right on to the next topic. Know what I mean? Next topic. It's been viral. It has gone viral. So this lady, her baby father, one of her baby fathers, she has 4 kids. One of her baby daddies brought lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever it was, for his son, I'm sorry, and did not bring food for the other children. She got irate. But there's some key things I want to point out, and I'm gonna play a little clip from that video. And you guys can go look that up.
Hey, homie, peep this real quick, dog.
I'm gonna bring one thing to McDonald's, but what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell.
So first of all, right off rip, she already started the video off saying, "You gonna watch? He gonna bring food for my one kid when I have 3 other kids, and he just gonna bring food for one kid." Well, right off rip, she already knew that they had already had this conversation in the car, not in the car. I'm sorry, on the telephone. He's done it before because she talks about how she's gonna expose him. But anyway, they've already had this conversation before, and but now she just want to film it. And she claims that he's really a bad guy. But anyway, let's continue this.
Like, you're not going to sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there.
Fair use.
I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose the side of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than...
See, she say, I'm about to expose the crap out of him, and people can see how he really is, because obviously in whatever community they're in, whatever friend groups or whatever we want to call it, they think he's a good father. He's a good father by whatever standards they believe he's a good father is. He's considered a good father, and she says she's gonna expose him. Obviously, you just heard that, but
it ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look.
Now she said, "What's up?" She about to expose him. But another thing that people don't notice, you can see her hand in the video, but what those nails look like. That's what I want to tell. What those nails look like they freshly manicured. But she has to depend on this man for food for her other children. Hold on. Let's go a little bit more.
That don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fries?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids? You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7th.
Bam. Now she said, you know I don't get my food stamps to the 7th. First of all, how does he even know when she get her food stamps? But anyway, he knows she get her food stamps on the 7th. But she probably got them nails. How long do you ladies let them nails last? I know my wife typically about 2 weeks or so. Then she go get them redone. But you got them nails done, looking all good and stuff, but you can't feed your kids, and you want this other guy to feed your kids. Now, is he wrong? Definitely he's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Why he's not obligated to feed those kids, but she says another very important thing here. Let me see if we can find it, and I'll stop it.
Is that my problem?
Then if you're trying to help out, though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting care for?
You trying to help out, and then she says you trying to help out. Why are you? He said I'm trying to help out my son. Of course, that's what he's trying to do. Now, but that's not the point. Hold on.
For just him and not the other kids, his siblings. Them are his siblings, though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating at McDonald's. Why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
So you're telling me that I gotta? So when I bring my stuff, I gotta bring your kids food now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nope.
There's the question. Where are they daddies at? Because that's the key right there. Where are their daddies? So he's one daddy, and then she has 4 children total. So she has at least 3 baby daddies. And I don't know if this young man is paying child support or what, but she truly expects him to provide and feed. I mean, what if he goes and buy his child clothes? You know what I'm saying? What I believe should have happened, he bring the food over there and he takes a ride with his dad, or he takes a ride with his dad goes get him something to eat, and then boom. Now, if he's a nice enough guy, I mean, I don't find nothing wrong with what he did, but if he's a nice enough guy, yes, he could have bought the family some food, but why? That don't make no sense. Why? I mean, for his sake, I mean, it can make sense. If you're a nice enough person, you could bring enough food for everybody, but we don't know the dynamics of that relationship, how she acts to him and how he acts to her. We don't know the dynamics of that. And then also, how much money does this man have? Does he have enough money to provide and bring everybody over there some food? We don't know. She might not even know, but he's making sure his child is eating. So really what should happen? He should get custody of his child at that point, because if she can't provide enough food for all of those children to eat, okay, let's take that burden off you a little bit, and you give me my son. You know what I'm saying? Me and my jet would have ate cheeseburgers and nuggets in the car, and then sit in the back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I believe if she cannot provide for her child, hey, just let him go live with his father, and then that'll make it a little bit easier. I mean, I don't know the whole dynamic. That may not be an option, but who knows? I mean, this man, he has a car. I'm assuming he has a job, but we don't know a lot of dynamics of everything that's going on there. But he was man enough to bring his son something to eat. You know what I mean? But I believe at the end of the day, if she can't get her stuff together, meaning forget getting your nails done, do them yourself, and make sure you can provide for your children to be able to eat. That her son and his son, he needs to go live with the father. That's what I believe. I don't know anything about the father. My wife over there's trying to defend this. I don't know nothing about the father. No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this about everything. I said we don't know the whole dynamics of this relationship at all. Did he have enough? Did he have enough money to provide for these other children? And he could have more children himself. He might be married. Who knows? But I'm saying if there's a possibility, the child may need to go live with him. I mean, where are the other baby daddies? Plural. Meaning she got at least 3 baby daddies with 4 children. So, fellas, hey, y'all hear me? Yeah. Hey, fellas, y'all can hear me out there? Now, y'all protect your seed, man. Just don't be going getting anybody pregnant. I'll tell you a story about me. I always prayed at 13 years old. I remember praying, that I have all my children with one woman who would be my wife. I've been blessed to be able to do that. So I encourage any young man, any young lady also, you know what I mean? Be very selective. Protect your seed. Ladies, protect your egg. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of just people out there just having babies and they don't care about each other. So anyway, at the end of the day, y'all just protect each other. Fellas, protect your seed. Definitely, because at the end of the day, they're going to go after you for all these different things. And I just mean it's going to be very difficult to win in the court system, as we know. But we're going to move on to another topic that's not on the screen. And this one is like this one is terrible. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. But R. Kelly gets 30 years in prison. R. Kelly gets 30 years in prison for what he did. I don't condone what he did, obviously, but I will say some of the people were grown. I will say that. And then Ghislaine Maxwell, however you say her name, gets 20 years in prison. Now, the thing about that is, why both of them were going on a long time. How is it different? I don't get it. Why she didn't get 30 years? Obviously they put Epstein in prison. I should have looked up how, because I didn't plan on doing this. I should have looked up how many years he had before he killed himself. Wink, wink. Or to see, because I know there's I think it's, what's that show called? Filthy something? Filthy Rich, maybe? Where down in near West Palm Beach area down there, he and Ghislaine, however you say her name, was allegedly bringing girls and recruiting girls down there. Went on, that started in the 90s, I believe. So just make it make sense. 30 years, but I think that the biggest difference is we know a lot of stuff R. Kelly was doing. We don't, from what I believe, and allegedly, we don't know everything Ghislaine, however you say her name was, Maxwell was doing. We don't know it all, but I would put money on if we did know the truth, it was way worse than R. Kelly. And I'm not condoning anything R. Kelly did. Definitely not condoning anything he did. And then even with the R. Kelly situation, some of the parents just let their children go over there unattended and different things like that. These people were lured. How you say the word? Anyway, she brought these people in, and then she paid other people to get some other girls to come in, allegedly, according to the show I watched. So they had a whole system going. Then they had the little island over there. They had the house in New York. They was taking people, all kind of crazy stuff. But anyway, at the end of the day, why does he get 30 and she get 20? Make it make sense. Somebody, please let me know, because I don't know, other than black and white, and male and female, black and white and male and female. Maybe they want to group her into the Me Too movement. I mean, they want to throw the book through the window at R. Kelly. And once again, I'm not condoning anything he did, but I am saying, and I believe also their trail allegedly is more gruesome than anything R. Kelly's ever done. Allegedly. So I gotta get more information on that and do a real comparison, because I didn't plan on doing that at all. But we got to get a real comparison on that. So anyway, that's it for tonight. Y'all please do this. Y'all do this right here. Oh, go check out my boys that sit in politics. Bang, bang, boogie. I'm on there all the time. Like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this information. Help get this thing out. I think I'm at 103 subscribers. Need a few more. You know what I mean? Need a few more. Like 9,000. 9,000. Yeah, about 10,000 more. Just a few. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, this is crazy. So we're going to start bringing out more topics like this. Not necessarily sports. But what I'm going to do is probably release most of them exclusively on YouTube. So y'all please make sure you go check out your boy right there. Gates Open Media on YouTube. We're ramping this thing up. So y'all please like, comment, subscribe, share. Go check out my boys that sit in politics all the time live, And y'all already know how we do this thing when we get off here, don't you? Nick Wright. Whoa. He be to do that. But y'all already know how we do this thing, how we end it. But anyway, man, y'all check your boy out. We gonna start back bringing that content back 3-4 times a week. Took a little break, had some things going on, but it's all good. We're gonna be back, and y'all already know how we end this thing. Bam. Y'all know who the show's sponsored by. Y'all go get that music. It's on all streaming platforms. And like I always say, they don't make it like this no more. Hope y'all can hear that. If you can't hear it, let me know. D-Mine's music, man. Y'all check that out.
You see me, I see you. So what we gonna do about it? I self-deliver. I just wanna be the one you remember. And D-Mine's music, dinner for two. Romantic evening to set the mood. What's on my mind to be deep in you? Girl, you know you feel it too. My time in your garden. We're gonna be all night. Taking no breaks till the early morning. Take my time. Be still in your garden.
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out on YouTube. All streaming platforms, all the music from D-Mine's music, all his artists and everything. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And then we gonna get up out of here. But y'all know how we do that too, right? Just like this.